What is up, bros and broettes? I'm Inkslasher, and today we are going to be looking at the new event coming to World War II today called Halloween Scream. Now, the interesting part about this event is it is the last event to come out before Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is actually released. And in this event, they actually added a lot of new stuff. First of all, there is a new community challenge. There is 5 new weapons, new content including uniforms, weapon charms, weapon camos, and calling cards, and a new themed headquarters, which is of course what you are looking at here. So let's start by talking about that. So the headquarters, I think they did a pretty good job with. There's pumpkin heads literally everywhere. It's a little bit darker, and on top of that, in the very middle of the headquarters, there's these cages filled up with giant candy corn. And all in all, I think they did a pretty damn good job creating this theme for the headquarters. So normally with events in Call of Duty World War II, they have added in things like new maps and new game modes. Unfortunately, this event doesn't have any of that. There's no new map and no new game mode. As of right now, it's possible that a new one is added throughout October, but as of right now, there is nothing new to be added to that respect. However, as I mentioned earlier, there are 5 new weapons. Let's start by talking about those. Now let's start by going and looking at the weapons that are only available in the Halloween Scream collection at the Quartermaster. So the first weapon we got here is the EMP-44. This is a weapon with a faster fire rate, middle-of-the-road damage. It's kind of comparable to something like the PPSH, but it's more of a mix between the WAF and the PPSH as far as stats go. Now, as far as this collection goes, if you want to just straight up buy the EMP-44 with armory credits, this one's going to cost you 22,525 armory credits. So after this, the other weapon in the Halloween Scream collection is the NZ-41. Now, this one is an assault rifle, and if I was comparing it to another weapon that's in the game right now, it would be probably closest to the M2 carbine. It's fully automatic, but shoots very, very slow, but on the other hand, deals a lot of damage. So the NZ-41 is only going to cost you 16,850 armory credits, which is almost 6,000 less than the EMP-44 that we previously talked about. Now, the only other thing I wanted to show you in the Halloween Scream collections is this skin here called the Keeper. It is basically the Grim Reaper, and in my opinion, this is the coolest skin that they have ever added into the game. I just think it looks awesome. They did a crazy good job with it. And if you have the armory credits for this one, it's going to cost you 9,325 armory credits. I would suggest getting the weapons first, but if you have enough armory credits left over, as I mentioned, this is probably my favorite skin that they've added into all of World War II. Now, the rest of the weapons that were added in are in the Operation Overlord collections. The first one we have here is the SDK 9mm. Now, the claim to fame of this sniper rifle is that it is silenced at all times. The interesting thing, though, is that most of the time, this weapon is actually going to be a one-bullet kill unless you shoot your enemies in the legs. Now, this is essentially a better version of the Delisle, which is another silenced sniper rifle that they added in a previous weapon drop. The only downside of this weapon is it shoots very, very slow. Now, the SDK is actually the most expensive weapon that they added into the collections. It's going to cost you 24,725 armory credits, which is quite expensive, but I think this is going to be one of the better weapons of the drop. As I mentioned, it's a silent sniper that's almost always going to kill in one bullet, which is, I think, pretty good. The next weapon they added, and personally my favorite weapon that they added, is the Crossbow. This one's pretty self-explanatory. Every time you shoot it, you got to reload the bolt into the weapon. It's always going to be a one-bullet kill. Pretty self-explanatory, and this one is going to cost you 13,175 armory credits, which in my opinion is pretty cheap. Now, this weapon is considered to be a launcher, so you can use it as a secondary weapon alongside another primary weapon. So if you want to use it with a sniper, assault rifle, or anything like that, you're actually able to do so. Now, the final new weapon we have here, and it is the melee weapon of the event, is the Sledgehammer. Now, this one's specifically called the Hammerhead, and the head of the hammer actually looks like a hammerhead shark, which I thought was pretty funny. There's an eye on either end of it with a smile or frowny face in the middle, as you can see there. This one is going to cost you 7,125 armory credits, which is pretty cheap or pretty average for a melee weapon. And all in all, if you were to buy one of these weapons, which one should you buy? If you're looking for a good sniper rifle, the sniper is actually going to be good here. However, I think you're going to have the most fun with the Crossbow. It's definitely not going to be the best weapon out of the ones that they added, but in my opinion, it is going to be the most fun. The one other thing I wanted to talk about, other than the weapons and the headquarters, is the community challenge. So this community challenge is to get 60 million melee weapon kills. And quite honestly, for what this challenge is, you don't get that much great stuff. You get a candy corn camo, you get some emblems, some calling cards, but as of right now, there is no weapon or even a weapon variant that you can actually get from this challenge. challenge, which is actually kind of surprising to me considering, in my opinion, this is one of the more difficult community challenges. That being said, if you're into going on to World War II and getting some really amazing scores, today would be the day to do so because a lot of people are using melee weapons as of right now, which makes it really easy to get some high scoring gameplays because literally your enemies are going to be running right at you. So guys, that is the Halloween Scream event. Sorry I couldn't bring you any gameplay of the new weapons. Unfortunately, I haven't been playing this game much, which means I don't have any armory credits to actually buy the new weapons. So I'm sorry about that, but hopefully I was able to give you some pretty good information on them to help you guys make some decisions of which ones you should buy with your armory credits. Anyway though, that is the Halloween Scream event. Let me know what you think of it down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, it would be awesome if you could hit that like button. This is the final event before the release of Black Ops 4, which is literally 10 days down the road, which I'm so excited for. So if you want to stay up to date on all of my Black Ops 4 content, all of my Call of Duty content, the way to do so is make sure you hit that subscribe button and have notifications turned on. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time guys, peace out.